Fantastic. Hello, 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 everyone. I hope that you guys hung on with us while we had some technical difficulties, but we are back and we are live in the group. I'm going to go ahead and post to everyone in the group to let them know that we are here.
Okay.
So we had some technical difficulties, but we are live. All right. So I just posted that. So everybody can know we're here. We have a couple of visitors. Hello, hello. If you can
Hi, everybody.
know you're here, that would be great. Thanks for sticking around and hanging with us through some of our technical difficulties, but we are ready to roll. And I want to introduce our speaker for tonight, Miss Angela Black. Angela Black is the customer experience queen. So I said customer service queen. You said customer experience queen. I like that better. All
Right.
right. Angela is an entrepreneur with 30 years of award winning sales and customer relationship experience. During her years in corporate America, she managed and trained sales reps, won numerous national sales awards, and was responsible for creating multi-million of dollars in sales for companies like Pfizer, Endo Pharmaceuticals, Acadia Healthcare, and the University of Phoenix. A former professional organizer, she was once featured on the TLC show Hoarding Buried Alive. What? Okay, you got to tell me about that. Tell me about that later. And she wrote a book to help people manage their lives, businesses, and time more efficiently. Angela is a graduate of both Spelman College and the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. After being downsized for a fourth time in her career, she created the consulting firm with firm Client Relations Consultants. Companies, small businesses, and organizations hire Angela and her team to turn angry customers into repeat customers and to create strategies and policies to increase customer retention and referrals that bring in more sales and revenue. Angela also travels the country speaking and training on various customer service topics to corporate, public sector, and small business audience. Everybody, please welcome the customer experience queen, Angela Black, to Black Business Boom tonight. Thank you,
Thank
Angela.
you so much. Thank you. This is my, I think, second or third time actually with Black Business Boom. So I'm glad to be here again. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Glad to be here again and sharing a little bit of my knowledge with everybody. Um, what I want to share with everybody today is I just, having been a business owner a couple times myself, and I know how much work it is trying to get customers in the door and to keep your business open and doing well. I wanted to share some tips with some of the small business owners out there on how they can work a little bit less and still crush their 2024 revenue goals. It's possible, and I want to share that with you. So, if you stay throughout the presentation, I know we got started a little late because of the technical difficulties, and I appreciate anybody that's here with us right now. But if you stay throughout the presentation, you will get a free gift, okay? So anybody out there ever wondered what it was like to not have to fight so hard to get new customers in the door, not have to spend a ton of money on ads and break the bank because you're trying to get new customers in the door? And not worry about the current customers you have, whether or not they're happy, whether or not they're going to give you a bad review. How do you handle situations that might arise with your customers? Have you ever wondered what it would be like not to have to worry about that? I'm going to share some strategies with you on how you can not worry about any of that. And the reason I'm sharing it now is because, y'all, in 2024, competition is more fierce than ever. I think pretty much any business that you have, you've got quite a bit of competition. It's a crowded marketplace out there. And because we are in a digital society, it's global. So if I find a business in the United States that, I don't know, specializes in red paint, and if I don't like that business, I guarantee you I can go online and find some business somewhere else that specializes in red paint, whether it's not in the United States or not. So it's very competitive, and I want to help you figure out how to make your business stand out from the competition so you can make more money. All right. So who am I? So T gave a very thorough introduction as to who I am, but I want to share one thing with you that was not in the introduction. Yes, I've been in sales most of my career and I did really well, but I don't think it really had anything to do necessarily with my sales expertise. I think it had more to do with the relationships that I made with my clients and my customers. I had such good relationships with them and I made the customer experience such a good experience for them that they probably would have bought anything that I was selling. Okay. So when I got laid off, I decided to take that experience and share it with small businesses, corporations, organizations to help them make more money through customer retention, customer loyalty, and customer referrals. So I am known as the customer experience queen. I am a sales and customer service consultant. I'm a secret shopper. I train people on customer service and I review businesses. I do all of that. Okay. Now, over the past couple of years that I've started my business, I have done quite a bit of interviews and presentations and been on stages. It's been amazing. This is just a quick little 30-second blurb of a interview that I did recently. Oh, sorry, it didn't show. I think it's because when we uploaded this slide to Google Slides in order to present tonight, it got rid of all of the videos. So sorry, it didn't play, but it was a video of me being interviewed by Lamar Tyler with Traffic Sales and Profit. So if you've ever heard of TSP or Traffic Sales and Profit, I was interviewed by Lamar Tyler. I, like I said, have plenty of receipts. I've been on a number of stages now, had a lot of interviews, done a lot of podcasts and presentations. And so now I'm in demand and I'm loving it. I'm loving the fact that people, when they think of customer service, they think of me. If you want to follow me, I would love to have you follow me on social media. I am on all of these social media platforms and my name is The Customer Queen. So if you go to any of these social media platforms and you look for the THEE Customer Queen, you'll find me. I do give tips on the different social media platforms and on LinkedIn as well. Now, we're going to get into it. Okay. Here are some myths about customer service. 1, a single bad review will ruin my business. That's not necessarily true. You can actually turn bad reviews around. We're going to talk about that later. Number 2, I don't need to plan for customer situations. I'll handle them as they arise. That is very dangerous because if you don't plan for your customer situations, we're going to find out what can happen to you if you don't plan. And you can make some mistakes along the way without planning. So I highly advise that you plan for your customer situations. Number 3, as long as I have new customers coming in the door, I'm doing fine. True, you need new customers. We all need new customers. But if you're neglecting your current customers by spending money over and over again trying to get new customers, you're wasting a lot of money and you're working much harder than you should. All right, number 4, I already provide great customer service. How do you know? Are you getting feedback from your customers regularly enough to know that they are getting from you what they want and what they need? Number 5, customer feedback isn't that important. It's extremely important because it helps you learn what you're doing well and what you need to improve on. All right. The next one, customer service is just being polite. It is so much more than that. And if you're only just being polite, but everything else is falling down around you and your business, you're going to lose some customers. And then the last bullet point, investing in customer service is expensive. And I'm here to tell you, if you do not invest a little bit of your time in improving your customer service and your customer experiences, you are losing much more money than you think. And especially if you're not keeping track of it. Believing these myths can cause stagnant growth in your business. You're only going to reach a certain level and you're not going to continue to grow. And if you want to scale your business, some of us have the goal of wanting to be able to retire much earlier than our parents did. If that's one of your goals, which it's one of mine, then believing those myths will keep you stagnant. Okay. And then you are going to end up with some frustrated customers and lower sales. Frustrated customers equals lower sales. You'll have high turnover, or customer turnover or churn, which is what we don't want. We want to keep those customers coming back and spending more money with us. And then you'll have customer service that's just, it's just okay. It doesn't stand out in a crowded marketplace. So somebody might come and spend money with you maybe once or twice, and then they're gone. and that's churn. And we don't want that. Because of that, if your customer service is just okay, you're going to have stress from competition because folks are going to go to the competition rather than stay with you. You'll also have low levels of customer loyalty and repeat business because if you believe those myths I showed you on the slide right before this one, then that means that you're probably not planning for your customer experiences. Now, I have 3 strategies that are going to help you crush your 2024 revenue goals if you follow these strategies without spending extra money on ads and working much harder, okay? Number 1, you have to plan out your customer journey. If you're not doing that, you are leaving a lot of money on the table, a lot of money. Number 2, you've got to learn how to turn angry customers around. Y'all, we live in a society where even if you do everything right, you're going to make somebody mad anyway. There's going to be somebody who's going to complain. There's going to be somebody who might leave a negative review on Google or Yelp or on your website. And you have to go ahead and plan and figure out how are you going to turn that around to a positive. There's an art to it, and I'm going to share some of that with you. And then number 3, you need to increase your sales without increasing the amount of money you spend on ads. All right. I'm going to break these 3 strategies down for you. Okay. When you follow these strategies, you can actually work less and make more money. How do you do that? Let's talk about it. So I love this slide. It's my favorite slide. I use it in pretty much every presentation. And it says, people forget what you said and what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. And that's Maya Angelou. She said that. People don't forget how you made them feel, right? As a result, when you own a business, you have to really work hard to make sure that your customers feel the way you really want them to feel when they interact with your business. And you do that by planning out your customer journey. The way that you plan out your customer journey is you create policies, okay? You put it in writing. You decide how you want your customers to be treated. How do you want them to feel when they interact with your business? Do you want them to feel valued, appreciated, like they're not a number, but an individual, someone that you really respect and value their opinion and their not just their money, but their experience, their overall experience? If that's how you want them to feel, you need to write down the things that you're going to do to get them to feel that way. So you write those plans down, you create a plan, you create a policy, and then you follow it. Okay? Now, why is it important to plan? 72% of customers will share a positive experience with 6 or more people. If you do not plan out your customer journey, how can you be sure that your customers are having consistent positive experiences? It's something that is not by chance. It is something that people plan for. Businesses plan for this. I want you to think about, say, Chick-fil-A, okay? Everybody talks about Chick-fil-A's customer service and how they've really got it going on with customer service, right? I've never had a bad experience at Chick-fil-A. And it's that whole thing when you go and you say thank you, they say my pleasure. They don't say you're welcome, my pleasure. And it actually seems like it's their pleasure, right? That is because it is their policy. It is how they train their employees from day one. It is not by chance that their customer experience is that way. And guess what? Chick-fil-A has loyal customers that come back and spend money with them over and over and tell other people about how great their experience was. Now, let's flip that over and let's look at somebody who's not happy. If a customer is not happy with either the customer service or the customer experience, 13% of them will tell 15 or more people. Y'all, that's a lot of people. So let's just say you have 1,000 customers and 100 of them are just unhappy about something. 13 of them will tell 15 or more people about something that they weren't happy with your business. It's unfortunate that negative news spreads faster than positive. It's just the way things are. So you want to make sure that you plan your customer journey so that consistently your customers get a good experience and you lower that number of people who are unhappy. And now this is the kicker. Only 1 in 26 unhappy customers actually complain. The rest just stop doing business with you. That, when I read that statistic for the first time, I was floored. I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, but when you think about it, think about the number of times you've gone to a place of business and you just, it wasn't necessarily that anything went really wrong necessarily, but you just weren't happy with it. You just didn't really like it. You didn't say anything to the business owner. You just decided, well, I'm never going back there again. And then you told your friend, listen, I tried that place. I wouldn't go there if I were you. And then you told another friend, right? But you didn't say anything to the business owner. So I want you to think about, if you've had a complaint in your business, how many other people just didn't even bother to say anything? It's kind of scary, right? Now, what happens when you do not plan your customer journey? This is an example of a restaurant here. I live in Atlanta, and this is an example of a restaurant here in Atlanta. There was a situation where Keith Lee, who is the big restaurant reviewer on TikTok, he's got like 20 million followers on TikTok. He came to the Atlanta area and he visited a restaurant called The Real Milk and Honey. He didn't have a great experience. It wasn't a great customer experience. And he tends to be pretty fair when he's giving his reviews. He said, I didn't have a great experience, but you try it for yourself. See if you like it, right? Well, his video went viral. It went viral. And when it went viral, everybody was calling me and telling me, because I'm the customer experience queen, everybody's calling and telling me to watch this video of Keith Lee. So I go to the Real Milk and Honey's website and I see at the time they had house rules on their website. I want you to read number 1. It says, we guarantee great food. Everything else is left to chance. Y'all, that was like one of the biggest mistakes they could have made. We guarantee great food. So they plan for great food, but everything else is left to chance. They don't plan for anything else. So as a result, somebody like Keith Lee, who has 20 million followers on TikTok, had a bad experience because they didn't plan out how they're going to treat their customers so that they have a consistently good experience. And then his video went viral. Over 25 million people saw the video, and it was bad publicity for this restaurant, right? So remember, if a customer is not happy with the customer service or the customer experience, 13% of them will tell 15 or more people. In this case, Keith Lee ended up telling 25 million plus people who'd never been to Atlanta, who said, well, when I visit Atlanta, I'm never going back. People who lived in Atlanta that said, I've never been there, but I'm not going now. People who have been to the restaurant and said, oh, I can't believe they did Chris Lee like that. I'm not going. So if you see, look at this little diagram here. One person tells 2, tells 9, right? But Keith Lee ended up, it was like 25 million. And that was huge. So if you do not plan for your customer experiences, you could potentially miss out on a whole lot of money. Now, how do you plan, right? That's one of the questions that I get. How do you plan? So what you do is you create these policies. You actually sit down, like I said before, figure out how you want your customers to feel every step of the way in your business. Write down how you're going to do that from step 1 all the way to the end. And that is called a standard operating procedure, or an SOP. And that is a policy that I create for my clients. I create tailored SOPs for my clients that's specific to their business to help them achieve a goal within customer service. This is just a list, a small list of some of the SOPs that I suggest that all businesses have around customer service. Okay. This is not conclusive. There's more to it, but these are some of the SOPs that you should have in your business for customer service. If you don't have customer relationship, customer service, or customer experience policies in place, some of your customers are probably falling through the cracks, and you're missing out on money that could help you crush your revenue goals. Once you create those standard operating procedures and implement them, and everybody in your business follows them, guess what? Your customers have consistently good experiences. They start referring customers to you. They become loyal customers and spend more money with you, and you start crushing your revenue goals. So that's strategy number one. Let's look at strategy number two. Oh, before we do that, I have a customer testimonial from one of my clients who I helped her create an SOP. And she said, Angela and her team did that. Can I say timely, professional, understanding, quick, and knowledgeable? We had our customer client service training and SOP with her. And let me tell you, we were grateful and happy with our results. We finally have an extremely thorough client service process. My staff love the results and are so happy for the detailed guidance and examples she gave them. And that's my client, Alicia. So now we're going to go into strategy number two, which is turning angry customers around. Y'all listen, a lot of my clients, my small business clients, will call me and say, Angela, I don't know how to handle this. I need you to handle it, because if I handle it, I'm going off, right? Listen, your business is your baby. And if somebody complains about your baby, calls your baby ugly, it can make you defensive, right? Because you put your blood, sweat, and tears into your business, but you can't respond from that defensive standpoint. You've got to remain professional. And there are ways that you can actually turn that whole situation around and bring that customer to become a loyal customer. There are ways that you can do that in a lot of instances. So if you respond favorably to those customer reviews, it can create loyal customers, it can create referrals, and it will improve your reputation. Now, I want you to think about COVID. In COVID, we were all locked down. We couldn't go to different places of business. So what we did is we might order from them and then go pick it up and come back home. But if we've never been there before, we would look at reviews and trust total strangers to tell us if this was a good place of business to do business with, right? Well, now, since that happened in COVID and we were so used to doing it, we've just gotten used to using reviews to tell us whether or not a place of business is worth spending my money there. And so if you don't respond the right way to these reviews, you can push away potential customers. And current customers can look at your response to a review and get mad at you and say, okay, I'm not doing business with them anymore. So what I did is I created, everybody uses ChatGPT, right? And I went into ChatGPT and I trained it how to respond to negative complaints and negative reviews the way I would. And I call it the CX Queens Customer Complaint Responder. And I give this tool to my clients so that they can have a tool that they can put a prompt in there, tell the system what it is that's going wrong and what the complaint was, and it'll respond the way I would. I think that's kind of cool. AI is kind of cool. I also wrote a book that an ebook that teaches people how to make more money in your business by responding to reviews the right way. It's full of examples of the right way to respond to both positive and negative reviews. It even tells you what to do in case somebody's actually lying and saying they did business with you and they really didn't. It shows you how to respond if a review goes viral, and it shows you how to respond if you have a troll. It's pretty good ebook. Another customer testimonial. This is from my client, Ari. She had a 1-star review, y'all. This lady customer was so mad at her. She had a 1-star review. After talking with me, I talked with the customer on behalf of Ari. After talking with me and smoothing things over, she turned that 1-star review into a 5-star review on Facebook, and then called up Ari and said, I want to come to your store and shop in person. So it can be done. You can turn it around. Okay. Now, here's the last strategy. Increase your sales without increasing ad spend. Now, how do you do that? Well, I've been saying it the whole presentation. Your sales will increase when you give a great experience to your customers and they sell your business for you by giving you some referrals, and they spend more money with you. So whatever money you spent last year on ads, you don't have to increase that amount of money in 2024. You can spend the same amount of money you spent last year on ads, or maybe even less, and then focus on your current customers to get that customer retention and customer referrals, and it'll increase your revenue. If you don't have a loyalty program, you need one, because loyal programs spend more money, loyal customers rather, spend more money, and they tell others to do business with you. Now, let's look at a couple of these statistics. Let's look at the second one from the left. Studies show that it can cost 5 to 25 times more to acquire a new customer than to retain an existing one. So if you're spending a lot of money on ads with people who don't know, like, and trust you yet, right? They haven't spent any money with you yet, you're going to get a few new customers, right? But if you focus on your current customers and you create a plan to create loyalty with them, and you create a plan to get some referrals from them, you can really astronomically increase your sales. And I say that because if you look at the last statistic all the way on the right, it says retaining existing customers can increase profitability by as much as 25% to 95%. Why? Because they already know, like, and trust you. And if you just work a little bit to get them to spend more money with you, they will, if they have a great experience. And then if you tell them, hey, if you refer your friends and family, this is what you and that person will get, guess what? They'll refer friends and family. Now, to piggyback on what I just said, 86% of buyers are willing to pay more for a great customer experience. So think about it. I'll spend, if I have the money, I'll go to Ritz-Carlton, spend a whole lot more money for a bed, a bathroom, and a TV than I would if I went to Holiday Inn. But look at the experience I get if I go to a Ritz-Carlton compared to a Holiday Inn, right? I'm willing to spend more for that. And then 49% of buyers have made impulse purchases after receiving a more personalized experience. So I'm gonna give you an example of that. Let's say your customer's average order value, which is the amount of money they spend on average each time they spend money with you, is $20. Let's just say the average order value is $20. But then they become a loyal customer and they start spending $30 more each time they spend money with you. Now their average order value is $50 because they're a loyal customer, and because they feel like you really value them, they're spending more money with you. Now, also, the customer lifetime value can increase when, let's just say you have a customer who purchases from you 3 times total before they leave your business, and they usually spend about $100 in those 3 times. But if they refer a friend to you that you didn't have to spend any money to get that friend to come and spend money with you, and that friend spends $200, now their customer lifetime value is $300, not $100. And this is how you can make a whole lot more money in your business by not spending more money on ads. Now, this is the last example I'm gonna give you. This is Bath and Body Works, and this is my example. I love Bath and Body Works. I'm part of their loyalty program. And because I'm part of their loyalty program, they send me, a little thing pops up on the top of my phone. Hey, today candles are just $12.95, right? And then they also in the mail will send me a coupon, get 25% off your total bill, right? Okay, so what do? Normally on a regular day, let's say when the candle's not on sale or something, if I go into Bath and Body Works, I might spend an average of $50. But if they give me a coupon for 25% off my total purchase, I might increase my order to $100 because, hey, I got a coupon. So now I'm only spending $75. When I go online and I'm spending $75, when I get to the checkout, it says, hey, if you spend $100, you get free shipping. I don't know about you, but Amazon has me spoiled and I don't want to pay for shipping, right? So I would rather take the $8 that it's going to cost me for shipping and buy something else with it. And since, if I spend $100, okay, I get free shipping. So I increase my order to $140. I use my coupon, 25% off. So now my total is $105. And guess what? My average order value has doubled because they sent me a coupon because I'm a loyal customer, and because they sent me the little notification on my phone saying things are on sale. But I go a little bit further. I call my girlfriend. I'm like, girl, the candles are on sale today, $12.95. You better go get your candles. So I call my friends and they each spend about $100, right? Because of me telling them, I saw today that the candles are on sale, you need to get your candles. Now my customer lifetime value has just exploded, right? I sold their business for them. And that's what I want your customers to do for you. So if you haven't already done so, you need to implement a loyalty and or referral program in your business so you can stop missing out on money. So this is the end of the presentation. And I told you if you stayed to the end that I would give you a free gift. Okay. So at the bottom there, if you go to bit.ly/freepolicy1, you can download this free guide that tells you the questions that you need to answer when you start to write your first customer service policy, because I can pretty much guarantee most of you do not have a customer service policy in place. So if you want to write a policy for yourself, you can download this guide, and it'll give you some questions that you need to answer as you start to write that policy. Okay. Now, if there are any questions, I can't see the questions. T, are you able to see the questions? If you are, if there's any questions, I'd love to field any questions if there are any out there. In the meantime, this is my website. Please visit my website. There's my email if you have any questions or you just want to talk to me. And if you'd like a meeting with me, I'm offering it for free. If you'd like a meeting with me for me to sit down with you and your business and tell you how you can create customer retention, customer referrals, and get more money in your business and scale faster, I'd be happy to do that. So you'll see the meeting link is bit.ly/Angela meeting. And you have to use a capital A and a capital M, just like it's typed there. Okay. So that is the end for me, T. Is she there? T? I can't see any questions. Let's see. No, I cannot see any questions. I don't know if anybody's asking any questions, but because I can't see questions, if anybody out there has any questions, please feel free to email me and on that email address, which is info@angelablackcrc.com. There she is. Hey, T.
Hey, I'm here.
Okay. So are there any questions or anything that I need to field before we end?
Oh, I think we're good. I see we have some comments. Are you seeing the comments in the thread?
No, I can't see them.
Okay. Well, Clara said this has been incredible. It's an amazing use of an AI tool. She wanted to know, would adding an SOP to a business plan being presented to an investor be a good idea?
I think so. It can't hurt. And I will tell you that when businesses sell themselves, like if I get ready to sell my business, what I'm selling are the plans, are the policies. That's what they're buying. They want to buy, what is it? What's the secret sauce? What is it that you do to make your business successful? So yeah, I think having an SOP and showing that you actually sat down and thought about it and planned it out, it definitely cannot hurt.
Okay.
Investor.
Wonderful. Someone else said great information, and Kara said this was very helpful. Thank you so much, Angela. And I will second that. Thank you so much. Even though we had a few technical difficulties, we made it work. So you guys, please follow Angela for more tips and tricks. She'll make sure that she is spreading the good news and making sure you guys have the information you need to take your businesses to the next level. And we appreciate y'all, and we'll see you next time. Thank you, Angela.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.